Hello, it is Sunday, June 7th, 2026, and this is Matt's Corner. How are you, folks? Oh, it's June already. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I wish I could do like a reverse hibernation and wake up when it starts to get cold out. Wake me up before it snows, because this is not my time of year. It's hot, it's muggy, although they're saying we might get a thunder and lightning storm this evening, which would be very exciting. We were supposed to get one yesterday, but it kind of missed us, which is disappointing, because I love storms. I don't want anybody to get struck by lightning or anything, but it's exciting, it's fun. I used to want to be a storm chaser in 3rd grade, and, well, that's never left me. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just run after this one. I am drinking my Gatorade Zero, like the athlete that I am, so I'm ready to run a marathon. Anyway, what's up? Let's see, a couple things here to discuss. I'm watching the Red Sox, as per usual. They were tied 1-1. I ran to Shaw's, and now it's 6-1. 9th inning, 2 outs. So that's not great, but also not a surprise. I hate to say it. Yeah. Knicks have won the first 2 games in their series. Ho! I do wish I was in New York for it, because I hear the city's going crazy. Just absolutely everyone running around in blue and orange, which are the same colors as the Mets. Interestingly enough, it's a good color. Oh, a hit! Nope, a catch. Game over. Our catcher, I forget his name. He's got a old school mustache. He looks very much like the baseball players that I grew up looking at on my baseball card collection when I was a kid. All those 80s guys, they all had that, Keith Hernandez and Bill Buckner. Great mustaches. My dad's always had a mustache, so it's a good look. I had a couple notes, but then I left my notes on the other side of the room, so come with me as I grab them. Nothing too exciting today. Oh, but yesterday, I got up. On a Saturday morning, I set my alarm. You believe this, folks? I got up. I took the commuter rail into Brighton, Massachusetts, my old stomping grounds, which is sort of the first neighborhood. It's Brighton, then Allston, then you're in, like, Boston proper, I guess. And there used to not be a train stop there, but there is now, Boston Landing, which is very convenient because there's a couple of venues in that area which have popped up since I moved out. Would have been perfect if they were there when I still lived there, but a lot has changed in that neighborhood, folks. I'm talking those condominium monstrosities and just weird. But yeah, this thing yesterday was an outdoor concert. It was free, which is my favorite price. And I think there were 8 bands, a bunch of Boston garage punk legends, kind of some super groups with guys from Jerry's Kids and Gangrene and the Oysters and Fuzzy, and these are all great groups. I highly recommend. And the headliner was the Dogmatics, and I've been a fan of them for like 2 decades now, and I never had seen them before. I had opportunities, but something kind of always came up. I remember one time I was living in New York still, and they were playing probably the Bowery Electric, and my friend Johnny was in town from LA, who's another Massachusetts native, and it was going to be this great show, and I was all excited, and my grandmother passed away that day, so I was not in the mood to go out, naturally. So I missed them then, and then yeah. And geez, that was, my goodness, about 10 years ago at this point. So finally got to see the Dogmatics and saw a bunch of old friends, which was cool. And like almost nobody I know lives in Boston anymore. Most people have relocated either to the suburbs or to different cities entirely. Providence, Philadelphia. So it was fun. It was a little bit of a reunion for me, and the music was great. It was funny. So my friend Sandy was there. Now Sandy now lives in Los Angeles. We met when I lived out there, but tons of mutual friends. She's from this area originally, and we'd go to shows, and she gave me her old Magnolias t-shirt, which is a band from the Twin Cities from sort of 80s, 90s. They were on Twin Tone, similar to the Replacements. Anyway, not going to bore you with the details. This is not a music podcast. But I love this t-shirt. I wear it, which is, I think, what you're supposed to do with t-shirts. And I knew I was going to be seeing Sandy, so I wore it specifically to be like, hey, you gave me this, remember? And that was cool. That was great. And I'm meeting a bunch of other people, and one guy comes up, nicest guy in the world. He comes up to me, and he's like, hey, I never see a Magnolias t-shirt out in the wild. That's nuts. And I said, yeah, Sandy gave it to me, and da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, that guy ended up being in one of the bands, and he goes up to the microphone before they even play the first song, and he's like, just so great to see so many people and meet new people, including Matt, who's wearing a Magnolias t-shirt. I was like, oh my gosh, I got a shout out. So this shirt is famous. And then the guy from the Oysters even mentioned it too, which was cool. Oh, and then as I was leaving, that guy, the first guy, caught me as I was walking out, and he said, this is crazy, but one of the members of the Dogmatics just told him that he briefly played guitar or something with the Magnolias back in the day. So it was a day of coincidences. He and I had already even been talking about coincidences. So yeah, I don't know. Once again, are we living in a simulation? But that was all well and good. I had a free slice of pizza again. The right price. Price is nice. Price is right. And took the commuter rail back, which was delayed. There was the Pride Parade yesterday also, I think. So the trains were pretty packed. And then the second to last stop, we had to get off and get onto shuttle buses, which dropped us off the station. Then I walked home from there. I walked by the DCU Center, formerly the Centrum. By the way, this is a bone to pick. Growing up, it was the Worcester Centrum, and it was called that since it opened in the early 80s. Frank Sinatra played the first show. My grandparents went. And always the Centrum, great, iconic place, great name. At some point it changed. It became one of those corporate named venues, which most of them are. The DCU Center, which it has been for ages. But I was thinking, like, why not just call it the DCU Centrum? I mean, why not just keep that identity? Did you have to make it as bland as possible? Of course they did. It's a friggin' bank or something. What is it? Credit union. I don't know what these. I'm not a money pundit. A mundit. But yeah, so that was my big weekend event. I got to get up at 5:45 a.m. tomorrow once again, because I got this new gig kind of thing going on. I'm still training, but hopefully I get into the swing of things, the hang of it, and excel and succeed. And fingers crossed, knock on wood, that'd be great. But yeah, still very much in the embryonic stage of this adventure. But the hours that I'm working now are like 7 to 4. So woof. I mean, I'm a night owl. Always have been, pretty much. And it seems very unnatural for me to wake up with the sun. I definitely... It's a lot easier for me to stay up late or even overnight. But there are overnight shifts that are going to be available to me, I think, coming down. So that'll probably be easier for my schedule because I'm a freak. And that's okay, as Stuart Smalley would say. The other thing I have going on this week is Thursday. My buddy Brendan and I are planning on going to the movies to see, I believe it is opening night, Disclosure Day, which is the new Steven Spielberg movie. I'm so excited. I've been excited for this one since I first heard rumblings that Spielberg was going to be making another UFO themed movie. And he wrote the story of this one too, which he's not usually credited as a writer. Up to now, I think Close Encounters of the Third Kind might be his only screenwriting credit. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, it's one of his biggest interests, and one of my biggest interests too, of course, just UFOs and aliens, and the truth is out there, to steal a line from the X-Files. But yeah, so I'm pumped. I might even watch E.T. tonight. I don't know. I'm getting in the mood. And Emily Blunt is in it, who I adore in every way. Married to John Krasinski, fellow Massachusetts native with a Polish last name. And I used to be on a speech team back in high school, and we would compete at his old high school in Newton, Mass. So all I can think is if, maybe if I was a little bit older, she would have married me instead. Because other than that, John Krasinski and I pretty much have parallel lives. So, But very, very excited. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. All right. It's a classic. It's a great movie. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a spectacle. I do have a couple issues with it. Most of the issues I have are towards the end. So if you've never seen Close Encounters, skip the next 90 seconds. Spoiler alert. So the whole movie's great. Richard Dreyfuss married to Terry Garr, and mashed potatoes, all this good stuff. Oh, lady going by on a pink scooter, and she's dressed in all pink. Huh. Might have been Barbie. Not sure. Anyway, towards the end of the movie, it goes off the rails for me. He and that other lady are being chased through the desert, through the mountains, canyons, whatever. Helicopters shooting at him. And then they go over the ridge. And then the helicopters just disappear. And then there's that top secret military base. And I'm like, where'd the helicopters go? Did the helicopters not see the base? I'm confused. And then he goes down and communicates with the aliens and and it's very cutesy. It ends very cutesy. And not that I wanted the aliens to be malevolent or anything. That's not the gist. And Spielberg wasn't about that. I mean, even E.T. E.T.'s a friggin' sweetheart. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just this odd ending. And then also I feel terrible for Terry Garr. Because he just kind of ups and leaves. And, she kept getting jilted in the 80s in these movies. She got jilted in Close Encounters. I know that's 70s, but still. She got jilted in Tootsie by Dustin Hoffman, who just, no explanation, ups and leaves her for Jessica Lange. And she finds all that out while watching TV. So she's freaking out. And then I think she also got, jilted in After Hours. Right? By Griffin Dunn, she was pretty kooky in that, wasn't she? But everyone was kooky in that. So I don't know. Poor Terry Garr just could not catch a romantic break. You know who sticks with Terry Garr in the 80s? Michael Keaton. Mr. Mom. You better believe it. So she'd be Mrs. Husband, I guess, right? Martin Mull was trying to hit on her. That's a fun movie. Early John Hughes script. Very early, maybe one of his first. But yes, so regardless, Regatta very excited for Disclosure Day, and it'll be interesting. I don't know if the aliens are going to be friendly and benign, like the olden days, or if they're going to be more of a threat, like in Spielberg's War of the Worlds. So we shall see. But there's a ton of UFO stuffs coming out in the news, and declassified information. I don't know why people aren't talking about this all the time, because it's kind of all I want to talk about. But I guess maybe there's bigger fish to fry in the global narrative. But come on, this should be the biggest deal in the world, in the galaxy. What even is the galaxy? What are we? Maybe we'll find out on Thursday night. So that's about it. I'm gonna have dinner soon. I don't know what I want. I mean, I have so much stuff in the fridge. I'm all stocked up for the week. I got salmon, I got burgers, I got salads. But it's Sunday, and Sundays are sad because it's the end of the weekend, and I can't even stay up late. I gotta go to bed I'd like to be in bed before 9 p.m., which, oh my goodness, that is just not my style, folks. So maybe I'll treat myself. I'm kind of craving Indian food, but I'm also craving some, Peking raviolis. However, I had ramen for breakfast, which is very salty, and I don't need to do that to myself again, because I can feel it. You ever eat so much salt, your body feels like tingly and weird? Yeah, that's my new thing lately, if I eat something super salty. So probably should just cook something healthier. I got asparagus too. How fun is asparagus? The pea aroma that happens about a half hour later, that's the best part. And I know what you're saying. You're saying ramen for breakfast? You can't have ramen for breakfast. What are you, living in a dorm? Well, folks, I have mastered the art of breakfast ramen. You make the noodles, boil those. You also boil an egg, and then throw in some sausages, and throw in... Oh, maybe I'll lose some people here, but like a can of tuna fish or a can of sardines. I'm telling you, it's good. And those are healthy fishies. Those are good for you. What is it, iron? What are they good in? Mercury? Oh, but you don't want mercury, do you? I don't think you do. But still, it's good. And then, this is the little, cherry on top. I cook a hash brown patty cake. Hash brown patty cake, baker's man. Cook one of those up nice and crispy, crunchy crunch, and then I put it on the side of the bowl. And then I just, every now and then, move the spoon over and slurp up the broth with a little crunch of the hash brown. It's breakfast! It's good! It's good. Salty, though, so... You can't do it every day. But, I mean, you could, but you'd just be very thirsty all the time. Which I was after I ate it. Hence the Gatorade Zero that I am currently drinking. And looking out my window, waiting for this storm. I don't know, it might miss us. I keep missing these storms. They're always in the next town over, and people are like, can you believe it? It was the most exciting show I've ever seen in the sky. Oh, maybe I'll see a UFO too. All right, I'm prattling. Have a wonderful week, and thank you. I will try. I'll talk to you later. God willing.